Japan's Sakatsume eyes repeat over Eala at WTA Open. Manila, Philippines. Eala gets a chance at redemption against Japanese Himeno Sakatsume in the round of 16 of the Philippine Women's Open on Wednesday at Rizal Memorial Tennis Center. The Filipino rising star continues her title bid in the maiden WTA 125 event at home against an ex-tormentor in a duel set not before 6 p.m. Eala lost to Sakatsume 6-0, 6-3 in their first meeting back in 2023 in Osaka, Japan. That match, though, was 3 years ago, and a lot has changed since, with Eala now inside the top 50 in the WTA following a banner 2025. The 24-year-old Japanese is also enjoying her best run so far with a career-high world number 140 ranking. "I'm super excited to play Alex. She was maybe 200 that time. She really improved her rankings and play," said Sakatsume. "Before we played in my hometown. Now we play here. Yesterday I watched her game, and the crowd was so incredible. I'm looking forward to playing in front of that crowd." Eala made quick work of Elena Kariva in her WTA 125 debut at home, 6-1, 6-2 on Monday night. Despite the rain delay, Sakatsume staved off a comeback by compatriot Nao Hibino to win, 6-3, July 5, Tuesday night, and arrange a date with Eala. Sakatsume knows that she'll be going against the massive home crowd, but is eager to pull off a massive upset. "I will try my best. I hope to enjoy our match," she said. Tennis Shadow and Sunlight, a tale from the WTA Philippine Women's Open palm tree. The afternoon sunlight stretched long shadows over the courts of the Rizal Memorial Sports Complex, where the air hung thick with heat, expectancy, and the rhythmic thwack of tennis balls slicing through tropical air. Manila wasn't just hosting a tournament, it was hosting a story. A collision of past and present, of legacy and rising legend. For all who gathered, this was more than competition, it was destiny being written game by game. At the heart of this narrative stood Alexandra Eala, the pride of the Philippines. The crowd had come alive every time her name was announced, a testament not just to her skill, but to the journey that had brought her here, from the hushed promise of junior championships to the thunderous acclaim that greeted her at home. They saw in her something rare, not just a champion, but a spirit with the courage to inspire. And across the net, equally driven, stood Himeno Sakatsume, a player from Japan whose previous victory over Eala had cast a shadow that lingered in the collective memory of both players. Sakatsume wasn't just another opponent, she was the foil, the challenger whose own ambitions were sharpened by the taste of past triumph. Trophy. The stage is set. Earlier in the tournament, Alex had launched the inaugural Philippine Women's Open with resounding authority, dominating her first match with a confident 6-1, 6-2 victory, the kind of performance that made fans leap to their feet and whisper of potential miracles to come. But this match wasn't about cruising wins or minor moments. It wasn't about ease. It was about rebirth, revenge, and the remarkable resilience etched into the careers of both women standing under the blazing sun. For Sakatsume, this wasn't uncharted adversity. She had bested Eala before, a fact that tasted like iron in her mouth, a bitter reminder that even the sunniest days held shadows. Her eyes were fixed not just on victory, but on repeating history, on proving that her prior win wasn't a flash of luck but a testament to her own rising prowess. For Alex, however, this match was an emblem of something greater, a chance to rewrite that history, to transform a previous heartbreak into a new hymn of triumph. The echoes of past losses weren't burdens, they were fuel. Tennis. The dance begins. The opening rally was electric, a blur of powerful serves and grinding baseline rallies. Every sliced backhand from Eala seemed to carry the collective breath of thousands, and every return from Sakatsume bore the calm precision of a strategist. The scoreboard sparsely marked the points, but the real score, heartbeats, silent prayers, memories, wasn't so easily tallied. Alex struck her forehand with a ferocity that had become her hallmark. Wide, clean, unapologetic. Her serve, once a source of inconsistency, had matured into a weapon, precise enough to earn free points and earn respect from a disciplined opponent. Still, Sakatsume's resolute defense and uncanny ability to anticipate each shot kept the duel balanced. Every time Alex rushed forward, Sakatsume met her with a poised slice. Every time Sakatsume unleashed fire, Alex returned it with steel. Palm tree between points, stories within stories. As the players reset for the next point, the air pulsed with stories buried deeper than any scoreboard could show. There was the journey Alex had taken, from winning junior Grand Slam titles to becoming the first Filipino to reach a WTA 1000 semifinal, a moment that rewrote her country's tennis history. There was her inspired run to her first WTA title at the Guadalajara 125 Open, a week where sheer tenacity turned an early deficit into an unforgettable comeback. And there was the charge of home support, matching her stride with thunderous applause, urging her to prove that when the Philippines hosts, the world arrives not just as guests but as participants in something memorable. Opposite her stood Sakatsume, too, a woman seasoned by victories and tempered by the reality that tennis is as much a game of mind as muscle. She wasn't merely defending against a player, she was engaging with a narrative that had slipped from her grasp once and now beckoned her to reclaim it. Dizzy turning point. Near the end of the second set, a sequence unfolded that would be remembered long after the sun dipped below the horizon. What looked like a straightforward rally became something more. A conversation between two souls pushing the limits of their craft. Alex lunged, stretched, twisted, and when the final shot found its mark, the crowd erupted with a roar that felt like the pulse of a nation. The point didn't just go into the books, it carved itself into a collective memory. But Sakatsume, unflinching, stood ready. She shook off the point as though it were another hurdle in a longer journey, not a verdict on her worth. Her eyes remained fixed, not on the last rally, but on the next. Fire the crucible of truth. Tennis, they say, reveals character. There is no hiding in those moments between serves and returns, only truth. And truth on this day burned bright. Alex played with a fierce clarity that spoke not of pressure, but purpose. With every game, she dismantled the remnants of doubt from their first encounter, weaving confidence with strategy, embracing her role not as a visitor to greatness but as its rightful heir. Sakatsume answered with accurate depth, clinical placement, and the calmness that comes from self-belief. She wasn't in Manila as a footnote, she was here as a contender, a challenger, a living testament to the beauty of persistence in sport.